tangent.
I talk about current events because I talk about current events. That's what you do when you stream, right? You're live, you talk about things that are in the public consciousness, that are front facing things that we're talking about. And the amount of people who flocked to buy the blue check mark was both shocking and disappointing to me. There's one definition of it that I'm okay with. I just kind of wanted it. I think it's cool. I wanted the blue check mark. Okay. Okay, fine. But I'm seeing, again, this is a situation where I have access to a lot more people and how they think, because they just come up and tell me on a lot of these different social media sites. I accept, look, I think the blue check is cool and I kind of wanted to have the cool thing. I get that. That makes sense. But that's not a verification badge. All that it's verifying is that you got $8. That's not verification. It's when I got my verification badge was when I started working at ESPN, because once you're front facing talent on television or digital media or newspapers or whatever, they want to verify that the information that you're putting out is coming from you, the actual person. So you had to send them a picture of the front and back of your driver's license, as well as a PDF of a bill, phone bill, utilities bill, something. You had to have a real picture of yourself as your picture, so that they could verify that the picture of this person and the name of this person is the same picture as exists on their license, and that license is somebody that's here. And you had to have two-factor authentication enabled. Camarillo Slim, thank you very much for the 26 months. So that the whatever was coming from that person is verified to be coming from that person. That this person is in fact a real person. Will DFS still be available in California because of Prop 27? Yes, it's not online sports betting. It's considered fantasy sports, which is legal here. No way Adam passed that process with his Twitter photo. So he was at Roto World when he got his, which was about 12 to 15 years ago that he got verified on. He was verified in 2010, back when he's looked somewhat like that and had hair. But speaking of Adam Levitan, not in a negative way, obviously, Adam is an interesting case for why $8 verification having the exact same badge look as somebody who's not verified. As of this very second, Adam Levitan has 176,400-ish followers. Tavius, thank you for the 2 months. Okay? It's a lot of followers. It's not millions and millions of followers, but it's a lot of followers. Not very many people have over 20,000 followers on Twitter, on the whole of Twitter. Less have over 50K, less have over 100K. You start getting into kind of rarefied air with the amount of people that have a lot of, you're top 1% at that point. We have a meme in this industry. Let's get to the meme in just a second. So yesterday when this started, I tweeted out, "It begins." I took a screenshot of this because I knew that this account was going to get banned. LeBron James purchased blue check mark. "I'm officially requesting a trade. Thank you, Lakers Nation, for the support throughout the years. On to bigger and better things." I said, "It begins." People immediately jumped into the replies saying, "You got." No, I didn't get got. I knew exactly what I was tweeting. Somebody else, Ardolis Chapman, with a check mark, at Ardolis Chapman, writes in Spanish and then translates in New York. "I'm not going anywhere. Happy to announce I've re-signed with the Yankees for 3 more years." Right? So people are saying that people fell for it, or you got this or that. It's just that scams now become, and some of them do it for the lulz. Right? This is for the lulz. Somebody did this because they wanted to be funny. Right? But let's get back to Adam. There is a meme in the fantasy industry based on the joke from years ago on the Daily Fantasy Edge podcast that, "Adam, just tell us your cash game lineup." Right? Y'all know that meme. It still exists in my YouTube replies on a daily basis. Yeah, nice video, but what's Levitan's cash game lineup? It's a funny joke that we've had for 7 years or whatever. What if somebody was to make an account or get an account that had a bunch of followers? Or let's say somebody makes an account and buys 170,000 followers. If they wanted to be really smart about it, right? Doesn't cost that much to buy followers on Twitter. People do it all the time. So let's say you bought 150, 170,000 followers. Cost you a certain amount of money. I don't know how much it costs. What, 50, 100, 300 bucks, whatever it would cost. Then you pay $8 to get a verification badge. You change your Twitter profile to look exactly like Adam's. Spicy Meatball, thank you for the tier 1. You copy this, just copy paste this. You put the link right where it is. You get established the run here. You take his screen, his Twitter Avi, you make that yours. You make a tweet, you make it your pinned tweet, whatever you want to do. You just, you go the way that you have to go to really, really spoof this account. And you make your name at Adam Levitan, but instead of an L, you use like the number 1, right? Your name would be Adam Levitan, right? Let's say that that's your name instead of this being your handle, right? Or yeah, like you said, a capital I, Adam Levitan. You've got a blue check mark now. You've got 170,000 followers. And let's say you look just like Adam. And then you can go into his followers list and you can have a bot DM every one of these followers. Hey, it's Louis Cards. Hey, it's me, right? You go to just all of the people that he's following and you just send all of them a DM that says, hey guys, I'm changing the way that I do things. You can PayPal me $20, $100, and I'll send you my cash game lineup for this week. Now, it's very easy to say nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to make that account, first of all. Nobody's going to go through all that time to do it. Also, you can say, you know what? Nobody's going to fall for it. Nobody ever sends the Nigerian prince all their deets so that you can get the millions of dollars out of Africa. Somebody's falling for it. Let's say 1% of people fall for it. And Adam's got 175,000 plus followers. Do the math. So it's dumb. This fake verification, paying for check marks, is really, really, really stupid. And yeah, you can go and you can hover over this and you can click the check mark. It says this account is verified because it's notable in government, news, entertainment, or another designated category. It's a thing that they put on there, but to the naked eye, you can't tell. Why should you have to click 3 clicks to find out if this is actually the person that they're saying that they are? Looks like the person, has the same avatar as the person. The handle is spelled the same way. Now extrapolate that out further. What if you were to do that with a bigger account? What if you did it with Wob? He's got 1 million followers and 1 million people following him because of the follow bot that he has. He's got a newsletter. Somebody wants to spoof him and do the same thing and have a bot DM 1 million people who he follows or who follow him because he follows people and they follow him back because he's got a blue check mark. And he says, hey guys, thank you for following me. Just wanted to let you know that my newsletter is now going behind a paywall. So if you PayPal me $10, you'll be subscribed and I'll send you anybody who pays the subscription fee. People can still read the Wob letter, but anybody who pays the subscription fee will get my underdog picks, since he's aligned with Underdog Fantasy, will get my underdog pick'em picks every single day, my locks in NBA every single night with my insider information as a, NBA guy. At 1%, you're looking at 10,000 people clicking the number, paying him $10. And extrapolate that out to literally every other. You have a ton of people who are going to get exploited because Elon just wants $8. So like, it's not freedom of speech. Like that's Like, if you're, like I said, at the front of this, if you're the person who says, you know what, I think the blue check mark's cool. I want to have a blue check mark. It's $8. I have $8. Fine. Okay, that's fine. But that's not what I'm seeing from people. What I'm seeing from people is, this is great because now you shouldn't only have to trust people that have blue check marks, and now we all have blue check marks, so everybody can be trusted. No. It's the opposite. Saying that paying for the ability for speech is free speech, like, that's the opposite of free speech. It's literally paid speech. It's absolutely the opposite. And if you click on somebody's account who isn't, you know, somebody who doesn't have a check mark, like if you go to my account on Twitter, click on my account information. This account is verified because it's notable in government, news, entertainment, etc. Like if you go to another account, and I don't have one offhand, but like I'm sure I could find one out here, right here. Here's one. This is not attacking Chris in any way. This account is verified because it's subscribed to Twitter Blue. So these are the fake verified accounts. This is not verified. This account is not verified. The only thing that's verified about this account, or any account like it, is that it has $8. Anybody who's paid for the check mark, you verified that you have $8 and can transfer it to Twitter. You verified nothing else. But there's no way to tell that unless you click on the thing. So like, there's going to be people that get scammed way more with this. We were already in a situation, at least on crypto Twitter, where like people were tagging you in a million posts. It's like, you just knew it. I just block them instantly. But people are clicking on those and getting their wallets drained. Now it's gonna happen way more, because now the path to understanding, and that's something that people don't have a time for, to actually search into this stuff and look into it. We just, you know, we want to just click stuff. This fake verification badge kills everything. And he's very adamant about not making it, him being Elon, very adamant about not making it a different color, because then the same thing would apply. Like his whole thing is, well, I don't want these elites to think that they're better than everybody. It's not that anybody thinks they're better. It's like, this is just verified that this is who they say they are, and these other people have verified they got $8. So make this one royal blue, make it Dodgers blue, and make this one Twitter blue. Nah, because then the same thing exists, because it makes different. This one is a real verification. This is a fake verification badge. It is a fake verification badge because you didn't verify anything. So it's dumb. But if you're like, look, I just want a badge because it's cool, fine. The problem is, this is where the problem's going to come into play. That's all the scammer problems. The real problem is the fake freedom of speech argument, because it's turning Twitter into a subscription site, which just say it's a subscription site. We've talked about this in the past when I've done like market talks. Louis Cards, we don't need no stinking badges. The problem is you're gonna need a badge. Unless you want to be invisible.
He's a legend.
Heavy Hitter, thank you for the 16 months. It's hard to believe Elon's not aware of this stuff. Why? Because he's rich? You can be rich and an idiot. You can be a savant in one silo and not know anything about another thing. You can be a brain surgeon who's the best brain surgeon in the world and be trash at poker. Just because you're rich or educated in a specific thing does not mean that you're an expert at all things. People understand this. Smart people know what they don't know. That's the way that it is. Knowledge is knowing that you know nothing in the grand scheme of things. People just give credit to rich people that, well, you know, he's a billionaire. He's the richest person in the world. He's got $100 billion, whatever. But so like, he's got to be smart. Not necessarily. Especially not in all these things. He bought Twitter on a goof because he lives his life as a meme. He's a meme lord. And so he's like, I'm going to offer $44 billion for Twitter because I'm the richest guy in the world. It's great. And Twitter's like, all right, you got to pay us now. You signed the thing. It's like, you didn't just say it on Twitter. You actually like signed a thing. So now you got to pay us. He did no diligence to try and buy that company. Are we saying Elon is dumb? I'm saying that Elon is not smart about all things. He makes rockets. He's clearly pretty smart at making rockets, not at Twitter, not at understanding stuff. See, this is the thing. Because he owns SpaceX, People think, well, then all of his ideas are good about this. No, they're not. Magic Johnson, one of the best basketball players of all time. One of the best basketball players of all time. Top 10, maybe top 5, whatever. However you want to put it. You know what else? Terrible basketball coach. He sucked. You know why? Different skill set. Really good in this vertical. Really bad in this one. Steve Nash, 2-time MVP. Point guard, understands the game, knows how things should go. Also, terrible head coach. Doesn't always translate. Saying that, well, he owns SpaceX, so therefore he knows exactly what he's doing with Twitter. They're two different verticals. Those are two different categories. Stop assuming people are smart because they have money. He's clearly an idiot on this issue. And maybe he just likes it and wants chaos. And maybe he's just in the find out portion of the show. He done effed around a lot. But just assuming that a guy is smart because he has money. Yeah, I'm really good at fantasy sports. Not a good doctor. I got an awful lot of money. Doesn't make me an expert in everything. I think he's just trying to not lose all the 44 billion that he put in here. He's trying to do anything. The problem is there were 470,000 verified accounts before payment for Twitter Blue became the way to get a verified account. So if every one of those accounts paid him $8 a month, because he got into that thing with AOC says, oh, you just got to pay me $8. Just pay me the $8. Just pay me $8. He made it a meme because he's a meme lord. It would take him 916 years to recoup the 44 billion if every single verified account paid him $8 a month for 916 years. The scalability is not through subscriptions on any site. Subscriptions give you a really solid floor. The scalability on a site like Twitter is through advertising. You have subs, I have that many subs on Twitch, and then I have a certain amount of subs on YouTube, channel members on YouTube. But the scalability of being a streamer or a content creator is not the amount of people that subscribe. It's nice. It's a floor, but the reality is the scalability of being in this business is brand deals and advertising. It opens up the whole fake verification thing, opens up this massive Pandora's box of stupidity. And then on top of that, it has crushed his site in terms of every advertiser. They've lost all of their advertisers. He can make rockets that go to space, electric cars that no one else can touch. So he didn't create Tesla, he bought Tesla. He made a couple of $1 billion because he invested in PayPal. He didn't create PayPal. Yanni, I can have a conversation like an adult, but it doesn't seem like you can. It feels like Elon's your son and I just kicked him in the teeth. Because clearly he is not a dumb person. But also, he's not thought this through and he's trying to needle people and troll people. He is the richest man in the world, is a meme lord, and is a troll. None of those things are mutually exclusive, and all of them are 100% true. They are the facts of the case, and they are undisputed. Troll is a biased opinion? No, it's not. It's fact. It's fact. It's not a biased opinion. Saying he's not a troll is a biased opinion because his politics seem to align with yours currently, Razzles. That's why you're defending him. And you're saying, so the second sentence that you wrote there makes absolutely no sense. And you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because if you don't pay for Twitter Blue, you're going to get censored. He's not preventing censorship. He's ushering in censorship on Twitter. You don't pay $8, you're not going to show up in replies. You're going to get funneled to the bottom. You're going to get your tweets muted. If you don't pay me $8, nobody's going to see your tweets. That's censorship. Actively. He is setting up a pay for play system. Just say we're turning Twitter into a subscription site. Just say it. Twitter is now a subscription site. It's $8. If he said that, it would be respectable. But he's not saying that. He's saying pay $8 because now the elites won't have a badge and you'll have a badge. But that creates an entire show on the site that I just labeled the hows and the whys. It's going to create a ton of people getting scammed. It's also created a place where he has basically said you can say whatever you want now, which saw a drastic increase in racial talk. His desire is to turn Twitter into 8chan, and advertisers immediately said nope. But nobody wants to go to 8chan because it's the sewer. But it is. Let the idea breathe for 5 seconds. Why? Again, you seem to be on Elon's side. You like his. I like that we're paying $8. Tell me the benefits of the $8. Again, if it's just, I said, if you're like, look, I just want the check mark because I think check mark's cool and I want to wear it. Right? Like, I like Nike clothes. I pay extra money so I can have Nike clothes instead of just getting like a Champion sweatshirt because I like the swoosh. I think it looks cool. If that's what you're saying, fine. But don't tell me it's some benefit to society. It's clearly not. The plan is 3, 4, 5 months down the road to mute everybody. Just like, you know how I said, if I tweet out something with a link, Twitter does not push that tweet out to as many people. I get 30% of the impressions on a tweet that has a link if it's not in a quoted tweet or if it's not in a reply to a tweet that does not have a link. If I just tweet out, hey, I'm live, here's the link to my stream, that tweet, let's say a normal tweet gets like 50,000 impressions, that tweet will get 15,000 impressions. Instantly muted because it has a link. Because they don't want, as a business, Twitter does not want people leaving Twitter. A massive metric for any app is time spent in app. So if you allow link outs on your app, and it sends people to another website or to another app or something on your phone, then they have left your app. That's less time on your app. It's why TikTok is thriving, because you just stay on TikTok scrolling. You just go to the next video and the next video and the next video and the next video and the next video. So you spend a ton of time on their app. But like letting something breathe, well, I think we should all just let something, no, sometimes you can see it's obvious. Hey, the house is on fire. This house is on fire. Why don't we take a minute and just let it breathe for a second? No, put the fire out. I mean, we should all just take a second here. So why does Facebook make you leave to go watch YouTube now? They used to embed. Also, they'll suppress those. If I post on Facebook, if I embed a video on Facebook and then I post, like, let's say I record a video here. Let's say I turn this whole discussion into a video and I cut it out and I upload it to Facebook as an embedded video on Facebook native video. And then I took it and I also uploaded it to YouTube, and I made a second post where I put, here's something I talked about on stream with the YouTube link to go to YouTube. The post about, or with the embedded Facebook video, will get 10 times the impressions as the one that has the YouTube link, because they don't want you leaving the site. So it is what it is. But like pretending that paying for verification, when you're not paying for verification, you're only verifying that you have $8 is all you're verifying. And not making the actual verified accounts stand out from the paid verified accounts. And then 3 months down the road, 90 days was the time that they had said, if you don't pay $8, you're going to get muted. Like if you're verified, you're going to get funneled to the top of replies. So if you pay $8, your speech will be amplified. If you don't pay $8, your speech will be muted. For the free speech folks. That doesn't sound like freedom of speech. That sounds like a business saying, we're going to amplify our subscribers. So just say we're trying to build a subscriber-based site. Twitter is a freemium site. Anybody can view it, but subscribers will have privileges. Kind of like our Discord channel. Right? The Smiz Gang Discord is, there's a free section. You can go hang out in the free section. I'm probably not going to hang out down there. I'm going to hang out with the subscribers. There is a paid section, in fact, 2 different paid sections of our Discord, where you can get access to the VIP rooms or you can get access to the HQ. But I'm upfront with you, telling you that's what it is. Trust is key. Trust is tantamount. And we're not moving to a trustless system. See, like, somebody just retweeted the Adam Schefter. Now I got to check on Adam Schefter to see if this is the real Adam Schefter, to see, okay, this one follows me, and yes, this is the actual verification. Why do I have to jump through hoops to know if breaking news information is actual breaking news and not somebody trolling? It was dumb. Just say it's a subscription. We're turning Twitter into a subscription site. Done. Any subscribers will get a royal blue check mark. And then benefits of subscription: you'll get to post video longer than 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You'll get funneled to the top of any replies to separate you from possible bot accounts that don't pay $8. There are benefits to subscribe. Just say that. Don't lie. Don't pretend that like you're the white knight. I am pro freedom of speech. You must pay $8 to talk. Like, don't be that guy, and don't be the idiot that falls for his bullshit.
He's a legend.